What are the do's and don'ts in Japan? Let's get people ready for this.
So we have some people that are going to either move or travel to Japan this year. So we just wanted to give them a little bit of a heads up for what to do and what not to do in Japan. So let's start off with eating manners, because I feel like everybody loves to eat.
Manners.
That's universal. Definitely with chopsticks. So you know how like in America, we use forks, knives, spoons, whatever. We tend to, sometimes when we share, we just pass. We might take our fork, dip it in the chicken and pass it to our friend who wants it. But in Japan, you cannot pass from chopstick to chopstick.
Really? Why is that? Is it like a germaphobe kind of thing?
No, it's actually a cultural thing.
Okay.
So at Japanese funerals, when the person is cremated, because they cremate in Japan, they use chopsticks, like a special type of chopsticks. This is so dark right now. We're starting this so dark. Yeah. But go ahead, finish it up. But they pass the bone of the cremated person from family member to family member using chopsticks. So when you pass your food from chopstick to chopstick, it kind of symbolizes the same thing as the death mannerism, the funeral manners, if you know what I mean. So it's considered NG. No. So if you want to pass food, you take your chopstick and you put the food on the person's plate. You cannot pass it to their chopstick.
I see.
Yeah, that's number one.
So let's go ahead and stop for a little bit.
Yeah.
Sayuki says that's what his or her dad told her. Okay.
No, you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was told that as well. Actually, my cousin slapped my chopstick out of my hand for trying to pass
Thaxton it. Says that's saddest moment.
I know, right? Sorry, guys, to break the funeral news.
And then,
to you.
Okay, so Ken's not here, but I remember specifically eating my lunch. I was eating Yoshinoya, and I put my fork where it was just like kind of standing up on my rice, and that's also a no-no.
Yeah, it's a no-no.
It symbolizes like a graveyard or something.
That's
so if you have your like food and you stab your fork or your chopstick like this, it's kind of like it's superstitious, not superstitious.
Yeah.
It's kind of taboo.
It's kind of taboo. It's taboo.
It's taboo?
It's taboo.
Yeah, so you're not supposed to do that, and I can't believe I did that. I freaking work at a Japanese office, so that's...
Yeah, it's like you're stabbing the rice. Yeah. I hate the food. Bomb is how they look at it. Just saying. I mean, that's actually really interesting. That means that there's some kind of life in the chopstick, in a sense, but anyway.
So let's move on to like a little bit of a lighter topic. So for eating wise, like, okay, so when I was in Japan, I noticed that nobody actually, like, you know how in America you kind of like hold your Starbucks cup and you kind of like walk and sip your coffee, or like you eat while you walk because you need to walk to work or something, or walk to school. There's like nobody in Japan that really does that.
Yeah, that's taboo too.
So why? Like, do you know why? I know why, but do you know why?
I think it's looked upon as rude to eat while walking, but I don't really know what the underlying reason is, other than the fact that it's rude to walk around and eat and do all that at the same time. What is the reason? So
from what I've heard, if you eat or if you eat or drink while walking at the same time, it just shows how unprepared you are for your day. Because like you're supposed to be ready. Like once you get out of your house and go to work, you need to be already ready. When you're in your suit, when you go to work, you should be already ready. You shouldn't be still getting ready, preparing yourself, eating your dinner, breakfast, doing your hair or combing your hair. You need to be ready to go once you leave that door.
That's an interesting concept. Because here in America, I feel like we're always on the rush.
Yeah.
I feel like my hair is not done until I'm like halfway to my destination.
Maybe it's rude right now that I'm drinking coffee while we're on a rush.
Exactly.
No, this is just mukbang in disguise.
People, I was actually watching that yesterday. I showed an American what that was, and they literally looked at me like I was like an alien with four heads. Like, what is this? I'm like, I cannot explain, other than the fact that hot woman eating in front of you. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's a Japanese person who does something similar to mukbang. I mean, she's doing like mukbang, something similar to mukbang, but she like eats like 100 cheeseburgers. She's a YouTuber. She's a YouTuber, and she has like cheeseburgers laid out on her table, and she just tries to eat as many as possible.
Now that's called greedy.
Well, I don't know, but that's how she got her fame on YouTube.
How to eat a hamburger. I'll show you. I can do that. That's the case. We can make money off of that.
Ichigo says, hello, Ichigo.
Hi, Ichigo. That means strawberry in Japanese, actually.
Yes. Our good friend, Ogui.
Ogui. Oh, so you eat a lot. Yeah, when you're an ogui, that means you eat a lot. Me too. I'm an ogui too.
What about all the people you see in anime running off to school with a piece of toast in their mouth? Asked by Bonnie Yip.
That is so funny because that is so true. Why do they do that in every anime? I feel like Sailor Moon even did that. Old Sailor Moon, like she was running in class with the bread in her mouth.
I think that's just. I think that's like an anime running gag.
Yeah.
It's just what they do. The classic.
I'm rushing.
It's the classic banana slipping, like you slip on a banana, like in the cartoons. I think with the piece of toast in their mouth, it's like sort of like a running gag. But if you know why they have that as a running gag, please let us know.
Oh, I thought you were going to explain. I was getting ready.
No,
I was getting ready.
No,
I was like,
I actually don't. Oh.
Rotate the cup so they can see the logo.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I thought you were going to explain to us why the bread, why the anime characters use the bread.
Okay, Spencer wants us to brand ourselves some more. KKS. All right.
We have a PR coordinator. It's serious in Hollywood, guys. Just saying.
Hello, Ace. I don't know what you were saying. I think you were speaking a different language, but hello. And
really?
Jonathan says, Japan has too many rules. They stress themselves out, their kids out. They should relax more. They work too hard.
That's why you should come in, Jonathan, and you should become the new president of Japan. Or prime minister. No? You should create new rules in Japan. Maybe that's what the gaijin people can do, the foreigners can do.
No, but I do feel like he's right. You know how I always joke about with Ken. It's just like, so Ken, again, we always reference Ken.
Yeah,
he's
Ken
not here. I wish he was here so we can talk about him.
Ken is the epic example.
He's a legit Japanese guy. Like, he comes to our office. He works from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at night.
Yep.
Like, he doesn't get tired. He's very focused. He has this Japanese blood in him to keep working. Whereas you and I, we come in at 12
and we go home at 5.
We go home at 5. This is actually really late for us right now. What time is it right now? Man, this is way
past our work hours.
I'm done. I'm clocking out.
Yeah, I'm clocking out too. I'm leaving. Out. This is an hour past my duty time.
Just kidding.
Which is so true.
I'm back.
Robert the robber.
Hello, Jeremy. Oh, there's Ken. Ken's tuning in.
Ken!
Perfect. Ken is.
Hey, Ken. We just finished talking crap about you. Awesome. Anyway,
So, good friend Jeremy says, the first anime I saw that had characters rushing to school with toast in their mouth was Neon Genesis Evangelion. All right. So again, it's a running gag.
I don't know that, but sounds intriguing.
Okay, don't worry. That's why I'm the weeaboo.
Yeah.
And she's the. What are you?
I don't know what I am. The half Japanese person who's confused.
Okay.
Identity crisis.
All right. So, hello.
Eating?
Hello, Gus. Another good friend. Weebism. That's
Weebism.
Funny. Weebism. Says, going to Japan in a couple weeks for the first time ever. Mm-hmm. Staying in Akihabara. How will we get along with next to no Japanese to draw upon?
You are in Akihabara. You're in the city of otaku, man. You're going to have all these awesome games, like public gaming attractions happening like in the middle of the street. Lots of people with glasses and book bags, no offense. But it's really like he's going to have a good time, whoever that, he or she.
Weebism?
Yeah, Weebism.
You'll have a good time.
Yeah.
One thing so going back to what this whole chat is about, the do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
You just got to be careful not to take pictures inside their stores because store owners there will kind of get like, I don't want to. They kind of tell you no, like you're not supposed to take pictures inside their store. So if you do it, be discreet about it. But we're not encouraging it.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Or act like you don't understand anything they're saying when they say no photo. Just be like, I don't know.
You are perpetuating bad tourism. That is a big no.
I don't know.
That is the don't in Japan. Don't be respectful in Japan.
Yeah.
Be respectful to any country that you visit because they have their own rules, their cultures, and all that stuff. So just be mindful. But you know what? Japanese people are nice. Just because they have so many rules in their country doesn't mean they're extremely mean people because when the first time I went to Japan, I was like 12, and we just got out from the airport. We took a train ride to Ikebukuro, and we did not know how to get to our hotel or homestay or whatever.
Yeah.
So this nice old Japanese man on a bike, he saw that we were lost. He guided me and my parents to where we needed to go. Like he went out of his way to lead us to where we needed to stay. That was just so freaking awesome. I remember that forever.
That's kind of like, I think what he was really trying to do was like the dog ate my homework thing, where like that gave him an excuse to not go to work on time. So it was like, oh, I just saw these random foreigners and they look lost, so that's why I'm 2 hours late to work, and that's why I'm not coming to work for the rest of the day, because I just helped people get to their destination. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Just saying. That's an American tactic. I feel like people just help because they want to get out of something. So it's okay. But he walked you directly to the hotel, right? So that was interesting.
He was on a bike. We just followed him.
Yeah.
We just like kind of like trailed behind him, you know,
That's
with our
interesting.
luggage and that. I honestly don't remember too much about that. I just remember a specific moment that guy helped us out.
Well, good luck in New York doing that, because if you ask for directions, those people barely even answer you. So you're good luck in New York. So yeah, good luck in America asking for directions. In LA, you probably can't ask for directions unless you're in a car and you're at a stoplight and you're asking another car to roll down the window like, hey, how do I get to so and so? But you will I don't know if you'll have that
Google
people.
Maps.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll have
Google Maps.
That's what they'll say.
Well, if you do get lost in Japan, use Google Maps. Like seriously, like it works just fine. It will get you to where you need to go. That's how I pretty much navigate it. Half my time, more than half my time. You're destroying our set right
Sorry,
now.
guys. Sorry, Hatsune Miku.
So that's yeah. So use Google Maps. It's super helpful.
Yeah. Like actually going back to eating, I thought about it. In America, we don't really have like a saying other than I guess praying before eating. But in Japan, they have like this saying that has nothing to do with religion. It's just like, we are about to eat. It's called itadakimasu. Yeah. And then like when you're finished, thank you for the food. You know.
You don't have to do that.
Really?
As a tourist,
Really?
do you need to do that as a tourist?
I mean, if you're in a homestay situation, you should.
Okay.
Maybe not a hotel situation.
Okay.
But a homestay, you should.
But what about in public, like when you're eating ramen?
Oh no, that's weird. If you say itadakimasu before you eat, then people will be like, "What are you doing? You're not at home." I think that's more of a home thing.
Also, you don't do it in public.
I don't think so. I never do it in public. I just eat.
I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, I thought you had to do it in public just before you eat.
That's
just
weird.
Like,
You could do that little quick little, but you don't actually verbally say itadakimasu like in the restaurant and just start eating, because then the people think you're weird. Like, what's going on?
We're gonna do that the next time we go to Japan. Just like
itadakimasu. Like, who are these weirdos?
Speaking of slurping, I
that's a part of the rule too.
Slurping.
Yeah.
So I'm sure a lot of you guys already know, but slurping is definitely A-okay in Japan, because that tells.
I think that depends though.
Isn't it?
Because my mom hates slurping.
Really?
I think it's like an Osaka thing. In Osaka, when you slurp, it means the food is good.
Dropping some knowledge.
But I feel like in certain areas, when you it can be considered rude, like you have no manners because you're making noises while you're eating. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, that's how we think here, right?
Yeah,
but then from what I hear, if you slurp, it just means how delicious.
Yeah, like in Osaka.
Like how delicious it is. Like that's the louder you slurp, the more delicious that you think.
Osaka people.
It is.
Because Osaka people are louder people. Like for the Japanese in general, like I feel like Osaka people are just louder, more like funnier, you know, like noise is okay type people. You know, I think it's just a different vibe in Osaka. I don't know, but maybe you're right though about the universal slurping rule. I don't like making slurping noises personally.
You don't like making slurping noises?
I don't know.
I love making slurping noises.
You do? I don't I feel like it's more work to make the slurping
That sounds kind of weird.
It does sound weird.
That sounds kind of weird. I regret doing that. This is not that kind of show.
That's KKS After Dark.
That's KKS After Dark.
Yeah.
So, by the way, guys, a lot of comment has just went through, so we didn't answer your questions.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead and just repost it again, all right? Cool. So...
Yeah, so actually, speaking on that, ordering food... So in Japan, you know, you always order your... Most likely, the person that works there is going to come up to you and ask you your order. Versus America, where if you go to In-N-Out Burger and you just think that the person's going to come up to you and ask you for your order on a packed day, I highly doubt you're ever going to get your number one or your number two. I think in Japan, we tend to have this thing where you don't want to ask too much. So you don't want to ask, hey, I need water, or I need this, I need that. Versus America, where it's like, if you don't say anything, nobody's going to assume that you need something. So I think that's an interesting thing, too.
Maybe you should clarify.
Yeah, maybe I should clarify. For example, I have an example. I have an example.
Go ahead, clarify.
So there was an artist that came from Japan, and she wanted to go to In-N-Out Burger. So we went to In-N-Out Burger, and she saw that I cut the line. And I cut like 20 people, right? And she's like, oh my God, is that okay to do that? And she's like, how can you just cut people and nobody says anything? I was like, honey, if you don't cut anybody on this line, you will never get your food. And she looked at me and she was like, that's interesting. She was like, so there's no way that people just stand in line and they're able to get their food? I'm like, yeah, if you want to be here for 4 hours. But, you know, I think that's something that they look at like, okay, it's rude. Obviously, it's rude to cut people in line in America, too. But I feel like here it's more accepted to kind of push your way in to get to where you need to go because they know that nobody has time to just cater to your needs. You
that's
know what
interesting.
I mean?
I think that's maybe more of a New York thing.
You think LA is a cater to your needs place?
I think so. I feel like New York.
Maybe I can agree.
LA.
I think I can agree.
I think
a
LA.
little more,
The customer service is way nicer.
It is nicer.
It's just like, hey, how are you doing?
We don't cut lines.
Yeah, we don't cut lines.
Oh, you don't cut lines? Oh, I cut lines.
I think that's New York.
I'm from New York, so we cut lines.
New York.
We don't jaywalk.
We don't jaywalk. Oh, we jaywalk.
No, we don't jaywalk.
Yeah.
We don't jaywalk.
We
We
jaywalk.
walk out at traffic light.
Yeah.
And we cross the street when it's a green light for the cars, too.
No.
That's something we do. See, New York is no patience. There's no patience in New York. We have to go. It's a New York minute. But I guess LA, maybe you're right. The people are nicer. But the problem with LA is that they're so catering to the point where it's like you take 20 minutes per customer, and I don't got time for that. So it's like, get and go. Like, I'd rather the cashier not give me a conversation than to give me a conversation. Like, I'd rather you just be like, hey, what do you need next?
Wow. I enjoy good customer service.
Oh, you do?
I do enjoy good customer
I'm like, next,
service.
gotta go. Gotta go.
Does Japan have good customer service?
Yes.
I feel like they do.
Japan has excellent customer service. You can get your jeans hemmed for free at Uniqlo in Japan.
I love Uniqlo.
Where do you get your jeans hemmed on the spot? And they actually tell you like, oh, come back in an hour or come back in 20 minutes, and they write it on your receipt. That is crazy. Can you imagine in America? That wouldn't work. Because nobody would come back in 20 minutes.
No.
That's another thing.
But Uniqlo here does that.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, Uniqlo here does that.
For free?
So free over $30.
Oh.
But $5 if it's under $30.
Oh, Japan's free
I
all
don't
around.
know why I know this fact.
Free all around.
I don't know why I
He's
know
an
this
avid Uniqlo shopper. For
I
those
love
of you
Uniqlo.
who has a Uniqlo discount. Call him.
Tadashi and I, thank you. They bless us this lovely store here in America.
How about cell phone manners?
Cell phone. Okay, so
Yeah.
you can't talk on the cell phone while you're riding the subway or train.
Yes.
That's considered rude, and I totally love that.
You do?
I do.
Oh.
I mean, like, I want my train ride to be as peaceful as possible. If someone is just like, I'm just like,
I think Jason's ready to relocate for all of you.
I love peace and quiet. I don't like loud and
Oh, God.
and, like,
Oh, so New York is
bustly.
definitely not for you.
New York is not for me.
Not
but I love,
for you.
I love how New York people dress.
Oh, you do?
I do.
He tried
I
to
love their
make-
little button downs and their
Yeah, swag.
their pants.
And snapback hats. Everyone wears a hat in New York. I don't know what it is about the hat
I
thing.
feel
but
like
it's a
I
hat.
feel like I would wear a hat.
It's the hat thing. It's the
But,
hat.
Yeah, no, I like it. I feel like Uniqlo fashion and New York really mesh well together.
Oh, yeah. Hearts out for Spencer.
Y-
Awesome.
Ja-
Somebody loves Spencer.
James loves you, man.
Somebody
James,
loves Spencer.
There you go.
How about
Wait, what?
escalator rules? Oh, you have some? Oh, no.
Okay. All right.
Escalator rules. So in Tokyo, you are going to, I think Tokyo is actually just like New York. You stand on the right, walk or run on the left side.
Okay.
Osaka's the opposite.
Good stuff. Good stuff right here.
Yeah, Osaka's the opposite. You stand on the left, you walk on the right.
That threw
That's
me off
Osaka.
so much.
Yeah.
That did throw me
Uh-huh.
off. So again, for those of you, we're just gonna repeat it again.
Yeah.
When you're riding an escalator, you have to stand on one side if you're not gonna walk up the stairs. So if you're you're just riding the escalator, just stay on one side. But if you're in a rush, you take the other side and walk up. And you know, it's flipped. You know,
Yeah,
it's
flipped.
flipped in Osaka, and that threw me off. I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh crap. I'm just like,
Everything's actually flipped in Osaka. If you notice, like even their tones when they speak Japanese, the reason why it sounds different is because they kind of raise the word. So pretty much everything with Tokyo is just complete opposite in Osaka. I don't know if they do that on purpose, but I think it's like a LA versus New York thing. It's kind of like Osaka versus Tokyo. Like who's cooler? Who's got it? You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a live question.
I saw a question in the chat that I want to know more about.
All right, here,
okay,
Spencer, our
open
lovely
the chat.
Spencer.
Howdy,
He's
I'm the
crashing our-
intern. Hello. There's a guy in the chat that just said he made the mistake of drinking water bottle while walking. I want to know what that story is.
Yeah.
In the chat, tell me that story. I want to know what happened. Did someone slap it out of your hands? Did they fight you? I need to know what the consequences were. It's very important. It seems like it will be very entertaining. You may continue.
Share that story.
Give me that story.
All right, our lovely intern.
I
Spencer.
love Spencer.
By the way, we're looking for interns at KKS, so
If you're interested, call us.
Okay, cool.
Call me, beat me, if you want to reach me.
All right, so we got some questions. Okay. These are...
Oh, God, Faith. Why do you have to wait till you get kicked out the house to go to Japan?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know. You know, some people are still living with their parents. They don't have money just quite yet. Keep saving for Japan. Yeah. It's awesome.
It's quite expensive, but, kayak.com,
And then just one quick reminder.
Yeah.
If we didn't get to your questions, just keep posting it because I can only see 4 comments at a time, and that's very frustrating. Yeah.
How about smoking rules?
Smoking, you can only smoke at a designated area in Japan, right?
Yeah.
So go ahead.
But I also feel like people don't really throw their cigarettes on the floor. Like how we do in America, they don't throw that.
I love how clean Japan is.
Yeah, they don't.
I love how clean Japan is. Like, there's no trash on the floor. There's no gum stains on their streets.
No.
It is so clean. Like, I can't. Like,
it's kind of scary.
It looks like heaven in Japan.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
It's pure white there. I come back to America, broken lighting, yellow stained walls.
You got tents on the street.
Hobo pee everywhere.
Yeah, hobo everywhere. Yeah.
Hobo pee everywhere.
Oh God, I think it's worse in New York. It's the smells of.
Oh,
hobo pee.
I don't think I can do New York. I don't think I can do subway in New York.
Pee.
I would probably just Uber every day.
It's to the point where Japan's subway, like train stations, like I've never been able to see underneath the train tracks unless the train isn't there, and it's always dirty and there's rats running everywhere in New York City. But in Japan, it's so clean to the point where the rocks are aligned. Do you know, like the rock? I don't even know if they're rocks or they're like train coal or something. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is that helps the train move on the tracks, they're like placed in they're like aligned in perfect fashion. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, so
it's a little creepy.
So Allie, I lost the comment. Yes, I'm like plugging our article into our chat. Allie, good friend Allie just said they have little packs to put ashes in, or what you call it.
They probably do.
They
also have mini cigarette boxes, which I thought was so cute. I seen the smallest mini cigarette box in Japan, which I don't know if they're like trying to conserve their I don't know how much nicotine they intake, or I don't know what it is, but I feel like the smoking rules in general, I feel like in America we're actually pushing to ban cigarettes altogether. Like there's always commercials like, oh, no cigarettes. But in Japan, I feel like they're trying to find a way to make it so that both of us can exist, the non-smokers and the smokers.
Yeah, so they have designated areas you can smoke in the restaurant, right?
And the train.
There's a 3rd floor or a 4th floor where you can there's 3rd floor is no smoking, 4th floor is smoking. So.
And they have train carts. Like within the train, there's one cart that's designated for smoking, and they tell you, oh, cart number 4 and cart number 5 are designated smoking areas. So if you're a smoker, you can either choose to buy that seat, or you travel and you walk to that cart.
Good transition, because in Japan there's a women designated only area.
Yeah.
So only women can ride the first 2 at night, right?
Just at night. And in the morning, 5 a.m.
At 5 a.m.
That early, yeah.
What happens if a guy?
They all stare at you weird.
Really?
Did you see that story about the weeaboo? No. There was this guy.
A story of the weeaboo.
There was an American guy.
That's a derogatory term, Reina.
Look at that.
You can't call us weeaboos unless you're a weeaboo, but you're not a weeaboo.
I could be a weeaboo.
You're not a weeaboo because you're half Japanese.
Nobody would know I'm half. Hence why I eavesdrop on all you Japanese people conversations.
You, but go ahead.
Sorry, but it was so funny. Oh, he talks about it. He's like, I was sitting in the car and I was wondering why everybody was staring at me, and I thought I was so good looking because all these women were staring at me. But then come to find out, I look at it and I was in the women's only cart at 5:00 in the morning. He's like, he was embarrassed. Oh. It was the most embarrassing thing. He's like, everybody stared at him.
That's hilarious.
The whole ride. Mm-hmm. The whole ride.
Okay.
All eyes on you. That's a don't. Do not ride the train, woman only train. And actually, it's written in pink. So that gives it away.
Because I made the mistake of riding in that part.
Did you?
Yeah, I was just like, why is there so many girls here? And I was like, oh, crap. So I don't know. It was just funny.
Were they looking at you?
They weren't looking. Well, because I did see other guys riding in the train. They could be tourists like me too, but I was just like.
They probably picked the most empty cart and then realized when they got in, wait, something's not right. Because I do that all the time, and then it's always a hobo in there. That's why it's empty, because it smells.
All right.
Just saying.
We got a question. Okay, so Jonathan says, I watch a lot of JV vloggers walking around with GoPros on selfies, sticks, or chest harnesses. How do you think most Japanese react to that? Do you think they feel uncomfortable being on a random person in the background of someone's YouTube video?
I feel like they would be uncomfortable with it.
So yeah, I feel like Japanese people, they don't. You know how we're like so selfie obsessed here in America? Like when they take selfies, they don't really like show their face. They like kind of cover their face or like you know. I'm just kidding.
I don't know if they're as self-absorbed as we are in America. Not that we're self-absorbed, but we are kind of self-absorbed in a way.
So
you know?
I feel like I think in Japan like it's like you can't really film out in public, or can you film in public?
I don't know, but I feel like Japan has this like taboo thing about not individualism, but in a way it's kind of like no one should really be that different. I don't know if that's like that in every country that's other than America, because we actually, you want to dab on them, Spencer? Okay, dab. I was like, okay, dab. Sorry. Yeah, I realized that. I feel like over here we embrace the individualistic views more than in Japan. It's more like, we should all be the same. Like your Instagram can't be like, do you know what I mean? Like you can't be that cool. Because you take away from everybody else.
Oh, no. Well, the question was...
Sorry, yeah.
I
went off the question, guys.
You went off the question. The question was, is it okay to film in public? Because like there's a lot of Japanese vloggers who kind of just like film themselves on the streets. And it's just...
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't think...
I don't know. I feel like you can, but I feel like you can't legit have a photo shoot filming.
Well, yeah. But then like being in someone's camera... Like I feel like... people will feel uncomfortable, like Japanese people will feel kind of uncomfortable about it. But, if you guys watch Megwin on his channel, he does a lot of these game shows out in public with the shoots and all that. So I think it's okay. I think it's legal to shoot.
Could be. But you know how like things in America, people will be uncomfortable. You know how like people take random photos of somebody or someone that's funny, and then it becomes a meme, and then it goes like worldwide, and everybody sees this person's picture where they look crazy. See, I feel like a Japanese person, if that happened to them, they might lose their shit. They might lose it.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Say if like, you know how in America, like we take random pictures of something that's funny or someone, and then we make it a meme, and then it goes viral, and then everyone sees this person.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would work in Japan. I feel like that would give somebody a legit heart attack if their face like doing something weird, or wearing something weird in public, and they were Snapchat, whatever.
I wonder does that? I'm sure that's happened, right?
I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like people respect that. That's the thing.
Ken, where are you? Let us know. Does that happen?
Ken Honjo.
Okay, let's see. So we got some comments.
Lera.
Just don't be a weeaboo. It's the biggest one.
That's from Rera.
Rera. All right. Japanese saying the nail that sticks out gets hammered down. I think that's referring to one of our chopstick.
Maybe it's a chopstick. Yeah. Okay. Stew in Tokyo is great to watch. Is that stew? Did I say stew?
Stew in Tokyo is great to watch.
What's stew?
I don't know. What is stew, Jeremy?
Yeah, what is stew, Jeremy?
Okay, Christina says, how does Japanese view entrepreneurs versus a person with a degree? Citizen perspective, and how do citizens view the foreigner in both of those circumstances?
That's a good question.
It's a heavy question that I cannot answer personally.
I could probably answer that question.
Okay, go
somewhat.
for it. She's an entrepreneur.
I think to some extent, it's kind of a weird. It's a weird thing, because I think in Japan they do value the teamwork more than individualism. So being an entrepreneur, you definitely be individualism all the way. So I don't think they want somebody who's all the way left. They want somebody who can be a team, and then maybe become independent somewhat later on, but you have to put in 25 years at that corporation first. So I think it's still kind of conservative in that sense, where they kind of do want people to be more so team-oriented versus the entrepreneur. I think once, like say if you're an artist or you're a painter or something, I think once other people notice it and it becomes cool, then they're like, oh, okay, this is acceptable. But I think when you initially start, it's kind of like, oh no, like why are you trying to do, why are you trying to be different? I think that it's kind of, it's a weird situation. Ken Honjo, where are you?
If you made sense out of that, great, because I was just paying attention to the
you didn't
chat.
make sense out of that?
I'm sorry. So, okay, Stu is a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Stu is a YouTuber. Sorry. Thank you.
Oh.
I'm going to have to check him out. So, link him his YouTube channel. The YouTubers that I watch is Charmander.
Oh, the guy with the K?
Charlotte, baby.
Oh, the guy with the K?
Which
the
guy
frog
with the K?
guy?
The frog guy.
Or maybe not him. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? I forgot his name.
What frog guy?
Kimio or something?
He's a frog guy.
Or Kemio? I don't know. It's just like some Japanese dude that's on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kemio or Kimio or something.
Link me. But
K.
Yeah.
K.
So I watch.
Find the frog guy.
Yeah, find the frog guy. Find the frog guy.
Let me know what your favorite J vloggers are to watch. Mine is Charmander, Charlotte in Japan, Rachel in June, Hikakin. Hikakin is not really a vlogger. But yeah, let us know what are some of your favorite Japanese vloggers.
Damn it, you missed the question. Robert! Ehara Robert has a question for us. What about tipping waiters in Japan? I know in America it's expected you tip the waiter, but in Japan I heard there isn't really a tipping custom. There isn't, and that's why Japan is awesome. I hate tipping waiters. I hate it. That's like my pet peeve. Okay. I hate it. I tip a lot in New York? Yeah. I hate it. In New York, drinks, like one shot is like $14. Dead. Why would you want to tip after $14? You know what I mean? You spend $14 on a shot. Why would you want to tip them? And all they did was pour your drink. Like, how hard could that be? Just pour my drink. I just don't get what the tipping's for. Like, what am I tipping?
I think tipping is custom in
America,
US, right?
Yeah.
Like, UK doesn't have tipping.
No.
Asia doesn't tip, so
As
it's an American thing.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I hate it.
But people here bank on tippings, though. Like, if you work at a very good restaurant, right? If you work at a great restaurant, you actually make a lot of money from tipping. Like, if you're a hot girl at bartending, you probably could make
if you're a
2 months
hot
worth
girl.
of rent in
But if you're an ugly dude, it
like
sucks.
me, I'm an ugly dude. I
You're
can't. I probably make like 0 cents if I bartended. I have to like look buff.
You're like, hey, this is Jason from KKS. Would you like a cocktail? No, I just feel like it's like super. I just feel like it's like, why should we have to do it? I feel like we should only tip people that we really like to tip. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, it should be optional. Like, every time I go out to eat, I feel like I have to tip them. Like, even if they were the worst server ever and they never came back. Yeah, I feel like I have to still give them like $3 or $4. And I'm like, why? Why do I have to tip you? And it's like different if they're being genuine because they're really genuine, but they're only being genuine because they know you're gonna tip them. So there's no genuine. Is that a word? Genuinity? There's no genuinity or genuinity. Genuinity.
You guys
with
didn't see
tipping.
it for an English
It's not genuine because you're only being nice because you know you're gonna get tipped and you know you'll get tipped better if you're nicer. So it's not genuine.
So Jeremy says, it's interesting to think about it when whether you should tip in places like San Francisco, Japantown, or Los Angeles, Little Tokyo. The businesses are inherently Japanese, but it's still America. That's interesting.
That is interesting. That's like my hairstylist.
Oh, do you tip your hairstylist?
Yeah, my hairstylist is Japanese. Kotomi.
Oh, someone said they like someone says they like your hair.
Oh, thank you.
I forgot who said it, but
shout out to Kotomi.
Yeah,
from New Jersey.
They like your hair.
Salon Tomo,
Does anybody
guys.
like
Promotion.
my hair?
Salon.
Nobody likes my hair.
You've got the comb over.
Yeah,
classic hipster.
Thank you.
That's a real hipster right there. Just saying. Typical.
Don't shake your head at me. Get back to work, intern. Get back to work.
Yeah, typical.
All right.
Typical Los Angeles weeaboo look. No,
Cool.
Just kidding.
So
kidding.
It is 6:30 now. Okay.
Oh.
We were gonna end the chat at 6:45.
Hi, Matt.
Do you still want to end early, or do you want to keep on going?
I don't know. I think we have a couple. Do we have a couple more now? If not, we can.
Well, we're gonna move on to a Q&A.
Okay, yeah.
But before the Q&A, I want to talk about this really quick.
Oh.
All right. So quick plug. So quick advertisement. We're selling these Hatsune Miku box on our website. That's Hatsune Miku Project Mirai complete box set. Comes with 5 CDs, 1 Blu-ray, 1 Hatsune Miku figure, comic book, and everything.
Oh.
We're selling this on our website for $75.
$75.
Say that with a
That is a steal.
Say that with a happier tone.
Say
that with a happier tone.
A steal, ladies and gentlemen.
You're gonna get us.
You can't beat that,
You're
guys.
gonna get us fired by producer sound. You gotta be happy.
How can you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? What is it? 6 CDs?
Yes, it's 5 CDs and 1
my
Blu-ray.
God.
It's beautiful. Get it.
And it's color
At the KKS
coordinated.
shop. We'll link it in the chat. And this is
my
our hottest set. This is sold out in 2012. What is it called again? Joshoku Gimme. This is $45. You get a Hatsune Miku figure.
$45.
And all of this is Miku. Miku covering Yellow Music Orchestra. So I'll link it in the chat if you guys are interested. But that's enough for the plug.
I'm interested in that.
You're interested, Spencer? Spencer, you're gonna buy it for $45.
$45.
We'll give you a 2% discount, employee discount.
Special discount to anybody that gets us an Amazon sponsorship.
Yeah.
No?
Okay. self-sponsor, self-advertisement over.
Boom.
Let's move on to the question. So this is an open Q&A. Ask us anything you want. Or is there anything else you want to add about the do's and don'ts? No, we're good.
Yeah, I think we can do both. I think you guys can ask us questions and now how about the fact that there's no takeout food in Japan?
All right, really quickly, you can't take out food in Japan.
Yeah,
there may be some places you can, but most places you can't take. Why would you take ramen home?
I wish you could take ramen home.
No, that's
what kind of container would it be
the purpose. That your noodles doesn't get off. Actually, no, they probably separated. So
that would be kind of good though. But I'm surprised. Maybe everybody doesn't. Does everybody not like? But I noticed that in LA, people don't take food home like that either as much as New Yorkers do.
I take home all the time.
We take home our food all the time.
I take home all
the
the
time. But LA
time.
people
you
kind of like.
You don't take home food?
I refuse to do leftovers.
Okay, well.
Really?
Leftovers for quitters.
I love
I'm a quitter.
I love leftovers because then I'm just like, there's food for me tomorrow. I don't have to spend money.
Yeah.
But I guess.
You're very eco-friendly.
You're a spender.
He's a spender. Hey, ladies.
Japanese people deliver. Ali says they deliver. Okay.
If anybody wants a free meal, call Spencer.
Cool. Let's. Spencer gets his free food from me.
Does he really?
Yeah, he does.
Where's mine?
You're not an intern.
Oh.
Okay, that's right. You're an intern. I pay for your food.
I could be an intern.
That's a good deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get depromoted. Get demoted.
Get demoted. Yeah. Get demoted and you get free food. Okay.
Oh, if you have 5 things that all tourists should learn to say in Japanese, what would they be?
Okay, wait. Okay, we're in the open Q&A now. We're in the open Q&A now. Question is from Nicole. Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Nicole.
If you had 5 things, if you can pick 5 things all tourists should learn how to say in Japanese, what would they be? That's a helpful 5 helpful phrases. Go
Number
ahead.
1, Arigato Gozaimasu, which means thank you very much.
Say it slower.
Oh,
say it slower.
Arigato Gozaimasu.
Okay. What's that mean?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
That's 1.
And that's like the really polite form of saying thank you. What's next? Ohayo gozaimasu. Good morning.
Don't ask me. I'm not Japanese.
Good morning.
Good morning.
No, this is the third one is definitely important. Suimasen. And the reason why you need to know
say it slow.
suimasen. The reason why you need to know suimasen is because it literally means like excuse me, like when you need help or something, suimasen, or if you're in somebody's way, suimasen, I'm sorry I'm in your way. It can actually be a couple words, but I think it's the most commonly used Japanese word ever, like on a daily anything. Number 4. What else is good number 4?
I don't know. So, arigato gozaimasu.
Yes.
Ohayo gozaimasu.
Yes. Suimasen.
Sumimasen.
Yeah. Do you have anything that you use over there? No?
If anime has taught me anything, you also need to know like and like
that too.
Nani?
That too.
Anime. So this is some weeaboo language right here.
That's a weeaboo language. Which means what?
What?
Nani is more like what? Is also what too, but it's like I don't even know what are those called when they're not words. Animado.
That's an important one. That's a very important one. You want someone to stop?
Yamero. You could do that too. You could do that too.
Okay, so
No.
Allie is coming in. She's coming in with a clutch. She's coming in with some assist right here. Obenjo. And toilet doko.
Toire wa doko desu ka? So that would be more like the proper form, but toire wa doko desu ka is where's the bathroom?
That's important because I need to know where the
Toire wa
bathroom
doko
is.
desu
I
ka?
have a small bladder, so that's my pocket phrase.
Oh God.
Toko.
Small
toilet
bladder
doko.
problems.
All right, so that's
What's
4.
obenjo?
You're Japanese.
Yeah, but obenjo, is she sure that's the word? What's obenjo?
Of course she's sure.
Is she talking about obento, like lunchbox? What's obenjo? Tell her, Allie.
Your credibility
Allie, what
as
does
a Japanese
obenjo
person
mean?
went out the window.
What does obenjo mean?
I
Ken Honjo, where are you?
Ken Honjo.
You never appeared back up in the chat.
He's gone. He's
Obenjo.
relaxing. He's on vacation right now.
Obenjo, but yeah, toire wa doko desu ka is
That's
important.
4.
Where is the bathroom?
Number 5. Please.
Number 5.
Oh, she typed it in Japanese.
Oh, onomatopoeia. Yeah, she's right. Yeah. Oh.
I'm meeting my in-laws for the first time. Kelly Jean. Obenjo is bathroom.
Obenjo. Oh,
No,
yes,
you're
that is right. But that's very, very proper. That's
Very
like
proper?
that's like super proper.
That's super
That's
proper?
more proper than toilet.
Okay. We still need number 5, so we'll think on that. Let's move on.
Yeah, we'll think on number 5.
We'll move on to the next question. Kelly Jean, I'm meeting my in-laws for the first time in Japan, and they don't speak English at all. What should I know about do's and don'ts when meeting them? Oh.
Make sure you bow when you see them. Hajimemashite, which means nice to meet you for the first time. So hajimemashite. Bow. That's it. There you go. You did it great.
Anything else?
Well, you could say my name is so and so.
Okay, but the
Is that too long?
The do's and don'ts, like
The do's and don'ts?
Instead of saying phrases, like what should they do and what should they?
Please make sure to take off your shoes at the door. Do not walk in the house with your shoes because they will give you slippers.
Asian.
That's very Asian, and if you do, they might kill you. Just saying, they might.
We got a funny question here, Jonathan.
Might lose it.
Have you ever seen any of Filthy Frank's weeaboo video, and what's your reaction to it?
Who's Filthy Frank?
That's the answer right there.
Yeah, I was like,
moving on.
Who's Filthy Frank? Someone tell me about me.
Filthy Frank is overrated.
Overrated?
To you, what's Jonathan? Watch better videos.
Spencer said Filthy Frank is awesome.
No.
Spencer said Filthy Frank sucks, and you need to find a new YouTuber to follow.
I will confirm nor deny if I watch any of Filthy.
You should
Frank's
watch
videos.
KKS YouTube instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like that? Sorry, I was like that.
Yes.
You don't remember Michan for Totoro when she opened the bathroom and she had obenjo? That is so true. That's amazing how you remember that, Ali. Otearai is very popular. That's true. That's another word for bathroom. Otearai. Toilet is very usually for foreigners.
Oh,
True.
They don't know restrooms. You say restroom to them, they don't know what restroom is. Right?
Are they gonna say toilet?
Bathroom,
Bathroom,
toilet.
yeah.
Toilet is probably more.
I think also the great thing about at least Tokyo is that everything's written in English.
Mm-hmm.
So when you don't know what to do, there is a way. When there's a how, there's a way. Or what's the saying?
If there's a will, there's a way.
If there's a will, there's a way.
I know that quote from Dragon Ball.
Oh, another Japanese related show.
So Anime Mangu Otaku says, what's the best food / restaurant you've eaten, been to, Tokyo, or Japan in general? I want to go first.
That's hard.
I want to go first.
Yeah, go first. I want to go first.
What's that dumpling place I really like?
Oh my god, Sasazuka Dumpling Manufactory.
Sasazuka
That's a long name.
Dumpling Factory.
Sasazuka Dumpling Factory. I know, right? Sasazuka Dumpling Factory.
Sasazuka Dumpling
What was it? Dumpling?
Factory. Okay, they have the best gyoza ever. So my girlfriend and I got off the plane. We went to Sasazuka for our Airbnb. We were so hungry. It's right across from the train station. The
They have Airbnb in Japan?
best gyoza, yes.
Oh my
Best
God.
gyoza ever. What's the other one I like? Osaka Osho, which means Osaka King, right?
Uh-huh.
Osaka Osho. It's like tacos for me. It's like $1 gyoza.
Tacos.
Dollar for 6 gyoza. So good. What's the
That's
ramen?
really cheap.
What's the
Okay,
ramen?
it's $1. It's like
It's not dollars.
That's so cheap.
$3 for like
I'll take that.
6.
That's cheap.
What's the ramen place that we like?
Ichiran?
Ichiran Ramen. Ichiran Ramen.
I don't know any specific
And
spots.
McDonald's Big Mac are really good. Their lettuce is fresh.
You should, and also you should probably go to Jiro Dreams of Sushi,
I
but
will
you're
go.
not gonna.
You're not gonna get in.
You're
it
not
costs
gonna get in
$500 for lunch.
Not gonna
But
work.
if you do get a chance to go to
Yeah.
Jiro, do not take a picture of your food.
And
he
do not talk.
He would chase you out with a sushi knife.
Yeah, and do not
Because
talk.
you need to eat. You
You're not
need to
talk.
eat that sushi fast
Yeah,
and get out.
yeah.
Otherwise,
You're not allowed to talk.
You're not allowed to talk.
It has to be silent. And you have to eat whatever he gives you. You are not allowed to choose your meal.
Yeah, that's tough.
So it's kind of like, oh, you respect the art. Oh.
Okay, so what is your
That's all.
favorite restaurant
I think
in Tokyo?
I don't know if my overall favorite, but when I went this year to Japan, I liked the Turkish kebab stand that they had. That's like a big thing in Akihabara right now. I'm just saying, no, in Akihabara, they have like this famous Turkish stand that sells saba. If you know what saba is, it's a type of fish, but saba sandwiches. So it's a big thing in Japan because, Japanese people love fish. And it's only in Akihabara, and they have 3 locations. And it's like a big famous thing. So even though it's not Japanese food, I think it's a really good thing to try.
Turkish. Okay.
To be honest with you, I'm one of those Japanese people that when I go to Japan, I eat Japanese food every day to the point where I go to Japan and I eat non-Japanese food. So I'll find a Vietnamese place or a Turkish place or somewhere curry house.
So Daniel Flores asks, who's gonna watch the Netflix version of Death Note? I didn't even know they have a Netflix
Spencer
version
is.
of Death Note.
Yeah.
They have it? Is it American?
Hey, it's live action and it's gonna be white people.
Nice.
Interesting.
But Elle is gonna be black.
Oh.
And Willem Dafoe plays Rita.
Oh, William Dafoe.
Cool.
And then I think the kid from Naked Brothers Band is gonna be light.
And this is on Netflix?
Wow.
Yeah.
When is
it's
it? Wait,
fun.
when is it coming out?
Google it.
I will watch it. I love Death Note. Have you watched Death Note?
No.
Death Note is like the best. Like it's a really good anime. If you're not into anime, but you
not.
want to get into anime,
I'll try.
like that's one of the animes to get into. Like they don't have any like. Maybe they have fan service. I don't want to say they don't have fan service, but I don't feel like there's a lot of fan service. But it's a very nice suspense, thriller, drama, detective crime. No, I'm just listing out random genre. But Death Note is so good. So essentially, Death Note is this kid finds a notebook, and whoever's name he writes down will get a heart attack and die in like 45 seconds. So he was pretty much given God's power to like kill whoever he wants.
Oh.
And he has a ghost. I wouldn't say a ghost companion, a demon companion that kind of like just chills in his room.
That's like perfect for America. All we like is
It's
evil.
really good. You gotta
killing
watch
stuff.
it. You gotta watch it. Death Note is something that I highly recommend.
Now you know how to sell your anime in the United States. Put a bunch of murders in there and you'll be good to go. Smile. No?
Cool. All right. So we lost a lot of questions,
Yeah.
but go ahead, repost them. It's already 6:45. Should we want to keep going? Just 15
No.
more minutes.
Oh, mackerel. That's right. Saba is actually the translation for mackerel. Thank you so much, whoever wrote that.
Okay.
I suck at translation, if that makes sense. That's horrible, right? As a halfie.
All right. And 6:45. Good.
Yeah, you have to be specific on how they die. How do they die?
Okay. You have to be okay. Well,
According to Cody, you have to
Cody.
be specific how they die.
Cody, explain it, because I don't remember how Death Note specifically works. I just know it was a great.
you know?
It was a great live action.
If you don't explain that it's a heart attack, you have to write like Greg gets hit by a car, and then if you
Oh, specify in that way.
Ah.
Specify in that way.
you just get a heart attack.
Yeah. I want this power,
I know.
right?
I know a lot.
Oh, James? James! He knows a lot.
Okay. You have to know.
Dab
the
on
person-
him.
You have to know the person's name and be able to picture them when you write their name in the notebook. Hello, Ashley. By the way.
Kind of
I
sounds
didn't
like
say hi.
voodoo
Hi,
with a
Ashley.
notebook.
You
Voodoo
can-
with a notebook.
You can also make people. Wow, this is becoming like a Death
Yeah,
Note.
that's right.
Death
They
Note
couldn't
chat.
do L because they didn't know what he looked like.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he could. Yeah, so it's a really cat and mouse game.
Oh.
It's like you don't like there's this like person who works for the FBI or cop, whatever, and he's trying to hunt down this guy with the notebook, right? So since the guy with the notebook doesn't know his real name, doesn't know what he looks like, it was hard for him to kill him. So it was like really.
So it's kind of like, how do I figure out
Back and forth.
who to write down, who I want to kill next?
It's
I
like
don't know
have
that.
you seen Catch Me If You Can?
Yeah. It's like that.
It's like that,
Oh.
right? Catch Me If You
with
can.
like demons and
But
like
with
matching
demons.
notebooks.
And apples
Potato chips.
and a very hot gothic
And
girl.
potato. Oh, there's a very hot gothic girl.
Take this potato chip.
I don't know it was possible to have a
Oh,
hot
yeah.
gothic girl.
It is good.
I don't think there's any other kind.
If
Well,
you've
any
never
other kind
seen
of
the
girl,
person, it
gothic
doesn't
girl?
work.
Only hot. You're either hot or you're not. Wait, if you're not hot, that means you're not a gothic girl? That's what that means?
What?
Pretty much.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Death God.
That means me and Vivian are out. We're not gothic. I was like, we're out.
Well, you're pretty gothic, right?
I am. I wear black every
you
day.
wear black every day.
I do wear black every day.
Melissa,
I'm that bitch.
would Melissa be gothic?
Melissa. She's gothic. She likes the Gazette. Just saying. Anyway.
Goth. You know, okay. James says goths can be cute too. Don't discriminate, goth. I am not discriminating.
I am not discriminating.
I said there are hot gothic girls. So.
Yeah. If there's a hot gothic man that would like to pay my college loans, I am more than happy to give it a try.
The anime is still on Netflix. Yeah, if you have time, you should watch the anime.
I should.
You should. It's good. Just watch one episode. If you don't like it, move on with
Hi,
your life.
Stephanie.
But yeah. Hello, Stephanie.
Just saying.
Welcome back to
Welcome.
the chat.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it looks like I think that's all we have today, right?
That's all we have today. So next week we're gonna have Risa on this chat.
Yeah.
She's gonna be here. We're gonna talk all about cosplay. We'll be more specific with the cosplay stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can ask about anything about cosplays in Japan, the
Yeah.
cosplay rules and whatnot. So she'll be here to answer all of your questions. She will wow us with her knowledge.
Yeah.
Cosplay.
I want her to answer the question as to what is the phenomenon behind women wanting to dress like guy characters.
Maybe she could definitely
I
answer
want
the
her to
question.
answer. Yeah, I want to know. I'm curious. I'm just curious.
She dressed
I
as
wanna know.
Makoto from
She
Free.
did, right? Like a boy.
Yeah, she did.
Isn't that interesting?
That is
I had
good.
a friend too that did that.
So tune in then, and we'll also have another open Q&A. So if we didn't answer your question today, tune in again next Thursday, same time, 6 p.m.
Yep.
6 p.m. Raina, don't
6
forget.
God.
All right, that's it, right?
Yes.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody.
Ciao.
Thank
Sayonara.
you.